birth.
One that would bring death to Tsushima if the ghosts could not stop you.
It was Tsushima who brought death to me.
Okay guys, what's up? GodSplitter here. I'm going to be going over a few things with you about the raid in general. Let me change my invert real quick. This is going to be an overview of the very first portion. I'm going to walk up this cliff, give you a good look of the surrounding area, what it's like. The Onibaba is going to speak for a second, so I'm going to get quiet, let you hear what she has to say, and then I'll go about how the first part of the first section of Chapter 1 is done. Little beautiful walkway right here.
This is my world, ghosts. The one I was forced to create by those you protect.
Okay guys, so when you first get here, there are two directions you can go on this segment. You can go left, or you can go right.
I was a great priestess, but the rulers of Tsushima envied my power, so they conspired to destroy me.
Okay guys, the path direction does not differentiate. It doesn't matter whether you go this way or whether you go that way. It doesn't hurt anything. The big things you need to pay attention to, guys, is when you finally get to the top here, I'll show you. Let me get to a view so you can all look. And I'll go over the mechanics, how easy it was, how difficult it was in certain aspects, what we did, how we figured it out. It's not overly complicated. You just got to pay attention. Good coordination, guys. You got to play this kind of like a football team. This section right here, you do not have to worry about the swing mounts. It doesn't in any way benefit or fix anything right now. All I can tell you is that it just gets you to your location at the beginning of the start point. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 points of reference that you need to keep an eye on. See these trees right here? There are 3 of them. Everyone seems to want to attack these. That was our first idea when we first came in here, is attack the hell out of these trees. The trees have no benefit to the raid. They don't in any way have a mechanic, so just get those out of your thoughts. All they do is when the second you actually hit the ground over there and the raid starts, those things will start pulsating. There are enemies inside there. That's how she spawns her enemies. They'll bleed out onto the ground, and those are the enemies that you will need eventually to pop these capsules. Okay guys, up here in between these two Onis, you can faintly see this red facade enemy, or just this red aura right there. There is a plate right there, guys, that has 3 slots for 3 crystals. 3 of these crystals in which are found randomly in these egg pods. Now, if you're asking me, okay, how do you open the egg pods? Okay, it's pretty simple and it's self-explanatory once you played the raid and got used to the mechanic of it, but we struggled on this for a little bit, not too long guys, but we did struggle for a while because we were too busy beating the shit out of these guys. Okay, now, after these spawn enemies from this location, from that location, and from that location, the enemies will start running out and they'll have a red pulsating look to them, kind of similar to that egg right there, matter of fact. You want to kill those enemies because eruption is on, so when these enemies die, they blow up. You have to get them as close to those egg capsules as you can. Kill your enemy, let it pop. It takes about 2 enemies to pop 1 egg. Once you pop that egg, either you will have nothing inside of it, or you will have an enemy sometimes, or you will have a crystal, guys. And I will give you a description a little bit of what the crystal looks like. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a big white, it looks like a quartz crystal with a little, a foamy, or I guess you could say it's really cloudy looking, but a beautiful crystal nonetheless. Okay, so when you get that crystal, you have to try to walk it all the way up this path, which I will walk in a little bit, all the way up this path, in between those Onis, into that area and place the crystal. Now guys, it looks simple, doesn't look like there's too many enemies, but the second you jump down here to start this, in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see something that says, IO is hunting you. You'll see it pop up as soon as I start walking this way. Okay, this is a raid mechanic similar to Destiny where there's a rage meter, okay? As you hit this ground, she is already starting in to look for you, and your time is dwindling down. So you have to work as a team. The best way we did this, we tried splitting in twos, guys, and it just didn't work as easy as it did. It's just one guy play the carry, preferably, even though there's no class you have to have guys. It seems to be easy with an assassin because he can go invisible. Group vanish guys help out exponentially. And another thing I want to add is enemies start to come at a more alarming rate. There's a direct path you have to walk. Same thing. There's just 2 stairways. But you have to get them up to this location. 1, 3. Okay, so now the ones you really have to worry about that come real quick is this wave right here. But you only see 1 or 2 Oni right now. That's okay. But after you place that first crystal down, they're going to start coming non-stop. And these eggs are just sporadically. And so far, we haven't seen no direct egg sac, I guess you could call them, or egg podule that has the crystal in them. I don't think there's a distinctive one. They're just random as far as right now as I know. Okay, so you want to pop these crystals. Let's just give it an example. See if I can get one popped here. I'm doing this by myself, guys. Alright, now watch, he'll blow up, but that's actually too far away. You need these guys to be really, really close. You really need to try, truth be told, if you do a group vanish right beforehand and assassinate them, or just kick them over there on the pod, stab them when they're on the ground, you can turn around and have it explode directly on top of it.
The one I was forced to create by those you protect.
Now, after you have all 3 up there, there's a fleshy gate behind those 3 crystals. One located right over there.
I was a great priestess.
And it'll open up.
But the rulers of Tsushima envied my power. So they conspired to destroy me.
Okay, so after you get through that fleshy part right there, which, guys, I don't recommend you moving forward yet. The reason being, your first Oni chest, by the way, you guys can see it with your pad button, is through the wall. There's one little swing mount. This is on the right side of this layout. Squeeze through. You're going to come in here. You're going to see 3 crystal pauldrons right there, or 3 towers, these obelisks. They have no significance, guys. You don't have to worry about them, stress them at all. What you do need to do is I recommend doing this after you get all your crystals mounted already. The reason being, she's still hunting you during this equation. So 2 of you pop it open. As soon as you pop this open, it's like any Oni chest, but this time there's going to be tethered enemies. There'll be 2 purple Onis tethered. Wipe them out. There'll be some ads with them, and it's that simple, guys. Bam, you got the chest. That's the first one of the very first part. Squeeze on through. The mechanics of this is really simple. The route we did, or the way we did this, kill the enemies around it, look inside of it, see if we could find us a crystal. If we found a crystal, we would have 1 man carry, and then we would have the rest of them do defense. And that seemed to work really well, guys, like really well. That seems to be the best way to go about it. But get these enemies as close as you can. You'll see 1 hitting it just isn't enough. You really need to. See how when he blew up, he did damage to the actual egg pod? Alright, now that one's popped. There's no crystal in it, guys. But that one at least is eliminated for the time being. Then you would just move on, try another one. Everyone play defense. I do recommend, like I said, you don't have to, it's subjective, guys. You don't have to use an assassin by any way forward. But I mean, I use an assassin so I can go invisible. Because right here is a choke point, guys. At this location, all these guys like to clutter in right here.
The ghost search for the key.
But keep that in mind, guys. This can be a very simple, run a few test runs, guys. Like I said, I do not believe the crystals fall at a definitive area, because that one we just popped right there, I've gotten a crystal out of there before. So I think it's just a rotation, guys. Leave your comments if you think that you have a better idea that they do drop from specific ones. I do not believe they do. But moving on, that's the techniques we use, guys. We started from the very rear back here. We would pop this egg capsule. If this one didn't work, we would move on. That way we were working our way forward. You do need to clear out some of these ads a little bit. It takes time for that egg sack right there to pop open more enemies. It's fairly quick, but if you've got this amount of enemies and you're trying to run that egg, it looks simple until you lay that first crystal down, and then all these oni start popping out. These choke points right here is where they get y'all. So like I said, I recommend group vanish. You don't have to use it, guys, but yeah, I mean, this is the first part of the raid. It's really simple. It's really easy. It didn't take us too long, but you can make it complicated if you do not have a good team that doesn't coordinate together. Another thing, guys, save your specials if you would for that choke point. If you can clear them out just long enough, and the reason I'm saying this, the longer you hold that crystal, by the way, if you drop it when you're running, you'll see a time limit occur after you drop that crystal. It'll say 25 seconds. And then it resets. What that means is you don't lose the crystal, but if you opened that egg sack right there and that crystal was in it, and you drop it and don't pick it up in 25 seconds, it will return to this location, guys. So another method we use, if he dropped it or went down, next person just pick it up and try to run it as quick as you can to this location. Just try your best. It is good to have a Ronin that can pick up everybody. It does help, not necessarily you don't have to have it, but guys, this can be done really quick. Just practice, play with it a little bit, figure out your techniques. You can use mine, the ones that I was talking about here. Worked for us really easy. But I'll make more videos here soon. I hope you guys like this one. I hope it was informative. If it helps you, leave a like, leave a comment. Please subscribe by all means. And I will be posting more videos today on the other segments as soon as my raid crew gets in. Guys, we raided last night for 8 to 9 hours straight. We were just beat. We made it to the final chapter. I think we tried to run through her 2 or 3 times, guys. And, I mean, we had to take a break. We were pretty beat. And, I'll stand here for a second, guys. I'll keep on until you get to see the white feature. And you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, when it starts saying IO is closing in on you, that's the ending. That means that you've got, like, 2 minutes tops and she's gonna find you. But yeah, guys, I'll just stand here, let that finish up the white mechanic, and like I said, guys, subscribe, stay tuned. I'll be broadcasting earlier this evening, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. IO is close to finding you. That's the mechanic I was telling you about, guys. You'll start seeing it bleed on the side of your screens. That lets you know she is indeed about to wipe you. And the controller right now is pulsating. Telltale sign, guys.